Hey, what's going on? Okay, so gonna do an unboxing video. I've been noticing a huge amount of guitar companies and other YouTubers that were covering really cheap guitars, $200 to sometimes even under $200, that were really good. So I thought I'd check one out. And a funny story about that as well too. Amazon ordered it through. First shipment came through, lost in shipping, allegedly. Reorder from shipping, shipped through another courier. As we can see, two guitars arrive on the same day. So this will be interesting. It's a double unboxing video of the same product. Now, one reason this will be good is because one of the things that I've seen on several comments is that some of the people that have ordered this model of guitar have had to send it back because of some defects in shipping. So we get to see unboxing times 2 because of that. And I'm going to do, after we do an unboxing, I'm going to tune them up really quickly. Just tune them, that's it. And do a quick playthrough. Needless to say, these guitars are cheaper. I'm not expecting them to have the gauge of strings that I want to on them or be perfectly intonated right away. It's just going to be a first out of the box, then a quick little playthrough to see what they are. Without further ado, let's unbox the very first of the Glen Burton GE355-NT guitar. It's their Nashville version. It is a semi-hollow body electric that, even though they call it a 355, it's really a clone of a Gibson 335. So yeah, let's get in here. Ready? Seems like I can. Alrighty. Now that does not look too sound to me. A gig bag in a cardboard box and some bubble wrap. This gig bag isn't even really a gig bag that's padded. It's like pleather, fake leather. But you know, what do you expect for the price? It's a $200 guitar. Shipped to your door through Amazon, in my case Amazon Prime. Okay. Yeah, like I said, if you take a look at it, it's just like pleather, plastic leather on the gig bag. It's not even like a real gig bag that would normally have some padding on it. It's just, yeah, but again, what would you expect? Seems like we've got a little tiny cheap cable with a single 90-degree on it and a little tiny guitar pick. Just some light styrofoam wrapping on it. Okay. One thing that I've noticed right away, you can see all the wiring right here through the F-hole. That might need to be tied up out of the way, but first impression on the look in the finish, if you can see here, looks pretty good. All things considered, especially how it was packaged with just bubble wrap in this thing that I would barely call a gig bag. But yeah. Three-way switch seems kind of sound. Pots feel nice, and of course it's not going to be in tune. Of course not. But nice feeling neck to it so far. Yeah. I'm not seeing any obvious scratches or dents anywhere on it. This is the first one, again, because we got 2 of them to unbox. The frets don't seem to have any overhang like a lot of the other videos that I watch about the cheaper guitars that the frets need to be filed down a little bit on the edges. No. Neck looks good, feels good. Nothing really in the finish. It's a little, yeah, even the back finish. Oh, there's a little, that's more like a knot in the wood over there. Yeah. Seems pretty good. All right, now I'm going to put this bad boy down, and we are going to unbox number 2. Just the exact same way, but I'm wondering if there's going to be any damage in one. And of course, if I end up keeping any one of them, I'm going to be sending back the other one. Have to, because Amazon actually sees that both of them got delivered today. But obviously, if I don't like the guitar at all in either model, they're both going back. And once again, packaged the exact same way. Very, very sketchy. Yeah, I use it. Yep, all the same. This is what Pure Later's delivery does for us. Again, pretty much the same. And again, I can see the sloppy wiring that comes out right there through the F-hole. That, to me, looks kind of cheesy. That needs to be cleaned up and tied up. Yeah, definitely. Once again, everything looks good. A little dust there. Although, what I was talking about on the frets with the first one that I pulled out, that I don't feel any sharp edges or any overhang on the frets, I am feeling a little bit of it on this one. A little tiny bit. But other than that, cosmetically, oh wait, that's just knots in the wood. Okay, yeah. Oh, yowza. If we look right in here, might be hard to see. See what looks like some cracks in the finish over by the neck joint. Yeah, you can see that right in there. And the same on the other side. Really makes me want to examine the other one again for that. So hold on a second while I grab the first one that was delivered via Canada Post. And that just might be how they just kind of look. Nope. And if we see on this one, it does not have that at all over by the neck joints. Neck joints are glued on beautifully with no crack of any sort in it in the finishing process whatsoever. That was the one via Canada Post. And once again, we go to the one that was delivered via Pure Later. And I don't think it has anything to do with who shipped it at all. It just looks like a defect in it. Right over in there, you can see by the neck binding, there's a little crack in there in the finish, or maybe even in the glue. Same with 3 on this side. And as we can see with the other one, there is not. Alrighty, so that's just first quick look through on 2 of the exact same guitar that were accidentally shipped because one was apparently lost in shipping, that both showed up at my door. And as we can see, there's a fair amount of difference in quality in between both of them. You know, one has the frets perfectly filed down. I didn't visibly see anything wrong with the neck joint, where the neck joint goes. On the other one, the same guitar that has the frets poking out a little bit too much has a problem with the neck joints. So anyways, gonna take a quick pause right now and just do a basic tune-up of them. No big setup or anything like that. Do a basic tune-up and then plug them in, see how they sound. Alrighty. Got it all tuned up and everything. Yeah, so let's give a very quick, very simple demo. This is a standard style E355 style pickup system. You know, we got a three-way switch and we got two humbuckers. So here's just the neck position. Now we're going to go to just the bridge position pickup, which is all the way over here. Now we're going to try the middle position with both pickups. Yeah, I tend to like more the middle pickup because I like the blend between the two sounds myself. That's just me though. One thing I did notice is the intonation in the first position is a little loud. Like you see from a G chord to it's a little loud there. So is the A a little, but you hear the G. And again, I did nothing with this guitar other than unpack it and throw a snark on it to tune it. That's all. It doesn't have my gauge of strings on it. I'm kind of curious to see what it would sound like with a proper action, intonation, and setup, and my actual gauge of strings on it. As well, too, this nut, I'm a little suspicious on, too, because it seems like it's shimmed up a little too high. See the difference in that from when depressing the string? But maybe that's just the jumbo frets. No, it's not the jumbo frets. That's just the, yeah, so that's my intonation problem right there. A little extra pressure in the first position. Try to lay off, but you see the G, the C, the D, they're all good. The bar chords. Definitely a decent amount of guitar for like $200 plus tax, and if you're with Amazon Prime, you can get it with absolutely no shipping to your door, although it's just before Christmas, and I have a suspicion that these are going to go up dramatically in price if they're still in stock after Christmas. But yeah. Yeah, and out of the box, if we can see, go on an angle, the action isn't too bad. It's definitely going to need a setup to get the string level down to where it should be, but yeah, it's all right. You know, it's out of the box. I'm not used to the way this cutaway works, even with my current acoustic. My Takumi, the cutaway goes a little bit more, so I can still get to all the frets that I can on the tack. Yeah, but a little bit different feel there, and definitely going to need a setup. So I think I might hold on to it and bring it into my tech tomorrow morning to see what he thinks about it and get a quick setup on it. Throw my gauge of strings and see if we can. It's probably going to need a new nut at minimum. But when you really think about it, a guitar like this, you know, a nice 335 copy for $200, that's Canadian. For those of you guys in the States, for Amazon Prime US, because of the Canadian dollar is probably far less. But if all I really have to do is swap out the nut and basic setup, and I have no idea what these strings are. They feel like maybe 9 gauge. I use 10 gauge. Not sure. But what just came out of the box with it, and tuning pegs seem to be all right. It seems to be just the intonation in the first position because of the nut. Staying in tune pretty good, and I didn't even really stretch out the strings at all or anything like that whatsoever. But yeah, there it is. Glen Burton GE355-NT guitar. A lot of guitar for not a lot of money. I've got to say, I'm fairly impressed. This might go out to some gigs.